What's up guys, it's time to clash with Cam. What's up guys, today we're going to be watching some Clan War gameplay while I answer your questions. I just recently hit 250,000 subscribers, which is insane. That's 250,000. So let's go ahead and get started with the first question, which is how long have you been playing Clash of Clans? You can actually find out the exact date that you started playing. Go over to your Game Center achievements and look at the achievement Bigger Coffers because you unlock that in the tutorial. So I started playing August 16th, 2012. That's almost 3 years. And I still don't have a maxed out base. Are you kidding me? Alright, so let's move on to the next question. What motivated you to start YouTube? Honestly, it was the most random fucking thing because at that point I never even watched YouTube videos and I didn't even know who PewDiePie was. Like, how the fuck does somebody not know who PewDiePie is? That's just crazy. So I randomly just started making videos, and it was completely unprofessional at first because I was recording my phone from my brother's iPad. And honestly, I don't know how people could watch me because I was so boring. But yeah, so it was totally random, and I honestly don't know how I fell into it, but it's completely changed my life. Which leads us to our next question. If you weren't a YouTuber, where would you be right now? Well, after high school, my life went all over the place. I took ROP auto classes in high school and fell in love with working on cars. So I went to UTI after high school. And no, that does not stand for urinary tract infection. It stands for Universal Technical Institute, which is an automotive trade school. So after I graduated, I was like, I don't want to work on cars the rest of my life. What the fuck am I doing? So I was like, okay, what do I want to do then? And I preferred the electrical part of automotive when I was going to school. So I decided maybe I'll become an electrician. So I got a job with a construction company and I started working with their electrician. And I learned a lot, but the problem is the guy I was working with was a fucking asshole. He gave me so much anxiety and he was supposed to be teaching me. And then at one point he was like, I'm not getting paid to teach you, so I'm not going to teach you. So he expected me to know how to do everything and figure it out myself if I didn't. Now, just think about that. Working on electrical, that can kill you. And he was telling me to figure out how to do it myself. So you can probably tell that that didn't last long. I was working there for about 1.5 years. And during that time, I started YouTube. So eventually, I couldn't put up with that guy anymore, so I quit. And then I started working full-time on YouTube. But the problem was that I was only at about 2,000 subscribers, so I wasn't making nearly enough money. So I decided that I was going to work really hard to keep my channel growing, but it wasn't growing fast enough. And then one day, my neighbor, who's an electrician, knocked on my door and asked me if I wanted to work with him. So I hesitated for a second to think about that, because I was working on something that I really enjoyed that has potential to make me enough money to take care of myself. But there was a huge risk factor because I didn't know if I could build it high enough to be able to do that. So I said yes, and I worked with him for a while, and I learned a lot more with him because he was actually willing to teach me. But then all of a sudden the anxiety came back because the guy from the other company completely ruined the way I worked with people. So I tried to quit 3 times, and each time my neighbor talked me out of it because he really cared about me and he didn't want me to waste such a huge opportunity. So eventually the anxiety became too much for me and I finally quit and decided that I'm going to put 100% effort into my channel. So to answer the question, if I wasn't a YouTuber, where would I be right now? I honestly don't know, because if I didn't have my channel, I don't know if I would have had enough courage or hope to quit that job with the construction company. So I could probably still be there, or maybe I could still be working with my neighbor, the electrician. I honestly don't know. So really quick, before I answer any more questions, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you guys because you completely changed my life. I also wanted to thank my friends and family because I probably couldn't do it without their support either. Oh, and one more thing. To the asshole that I was working with at that construction company that said I would be working there for the rest of my life, would you rather sit on a dick and eat a pie, or sit on a pie and eat a dick? Okay, next question. Who's Jeffrey, Kara, Ryan, and Carrie? So these are people that you've seen through notifications in my videos. Jeffrey is my brother, and Kara is my best friend, Ryan is another one of my best friends, and then Carrie is my sister. These Nuggets asks, how long do you give Clash before it dies off? Well, I'm hoping it lasts for a long time because 1, it's my job, and 2, it's a really fun game. But if I were to guess, I've been playing for 3 years and I still haven't maxed out my base. So you got to think about the people that just started playing. That's going to last them another 3 years, at least. So 3 years at the minimum. But if Supercell can keep updates coming out and keep the Town Hall 10 players happy, then I'm sure it can last a lot longer. And I've also started my second channel so that in case Clash of Clans eventually dies off, then I'll still have something to keep going. If you were a girl, what's the first thing you'd do? I would sit on a pie and eat a dick. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a guy. What do you think I would do? I'd play with my titties. How tall are you, and are you athletic? Well, I'm 6'4", so I'm really fucking tall. And yeah, I'm pretty athletic. I used to play baseball, skateboard, I snowboard every once in a while. So yeah, I'd say so. What's your favorite game besides Clash of Clans? Well, to be honest, I don't really play too many games. Before Clash of Clans, I was a huge Call of Duty player. So I was playing Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, all those games, and I was actually really good. So then I started playing Clash of Clans, and now I'm starting a second channel. So I'm playing a lot more games now. And I really like Five Nights at Freddy's. That game is so fun because I really enjoy scary movies, and when you play a scary game, you get even more into it, so it's a lot more fun. But I'm not really sure exactly what my favorite game is besides Clash of Clans, but I'm really excited to be able to play more games because of my second channel. Would you ever consider doing videos with a face cam? I feel like the way your commentary is, your facial expressions would be hilarious. Well, to be honest, I'm not 100% comfortable with being on camera yet. When I first started making Clash of Clans videos, I wasn't even comfortable with my voice. So that took me a while to get used to, and it's going to take me a while to get used to being on camera. I'm doing pretty well with it on my second channel, but it still just doesn't come naturally to me, and I have to get used to it. And also, I don't really think it's entirely necessary to have a face cam on Clash of Clans. But if you think you guys would like it, then maybe I could try it in a video and we could see how it goes. What is your favorite attack strategy? Well, when I first started playing Clash of Clans, I was using the giant healer attack and I sucked at it, so I made it a little bit easier for myself and I started using Barch, and I got really good at that attack, and it took me all the way up to Champion League, which not very many people were using, and actually I was the only YouTuber that was using it effectively, at least in Champion League. So I would probably have to say that that's my favorite attack strategy, because it's really cheap and it can be effective if you get good at it. But the only problem with it is it's really hard to commentate over, and I got really bored of it, so I stopped doing that. I mean, really, what can you say? Oh, I'm placing the barbarians down and the archers behind them. It just gets really repetitive and boring, so I stopped doing it. So now that I don't really use that attack anymore besides farming, I'd probably have to say my favorite attack is Go Wipe. Alright, so the last question is, do you think you will ever hit 1 million subs one day? And the answer to that is yes. I definitely think that we can hit that goal. And I just wanted to thank each and every one of you guys, because it really means a lot to me that you continue to watch my videos. And I couldn't do it without your support. So thanks again. Make sure to check out my other videos. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.